Boom goes the dynamite.
Hey, it's Fred!
Hey, Apple.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Welcome back to...
Hello, and welcome to Back to the Cringe.
Where we rewind and regret. My name is Maddie.
And my name is Dylan. Hi, doggy. We got a
And
dog visitor.
sorry.
Get down there.
We've got a
Get down
celeb.
there. And thank you so much for joining us today on this Halloween special of Back to the Cringe. I have no idea how my hair looks anymore.
It looks
it fine?
great. Yeah,
Is
it's
it
a
a
little
little-
messed up at the front.
little hat hairy?
But you know what? It's just a helmet hair.
Hey, this is what we get for running a visual podcast with no mirrors.
Visual pod and minimal props.
Middle props. We actually have a lot of props today. We have a lot of
We do.
spooky.
Oh! Just kidding.
That's so silly. That's great. But thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Today we're going to be talking a lot of Halloween-themed things. And I personally love Halloween. I love scary things. I get scared very easily. Like, crazy easily. And it's getting worse
But
as
you
I get
love
older.
Halloween?
Love Halloween.
See,
And I
get
love being
s-
scared.
Yeah. You love being scared?
Yeah, there's something, like, thrilling about it. Like, I go to Halloween Horror Nights every year. I
Right.
go to Not Scary Farm.
Right.
And there's like something very thrilling about being scared that I chase constantly. But I don't, like, I just get scared easily. I say I love it and I also don't love it. Like Maddie, my fiance, which I'll keep saying every time, even though everyone who listens knows exactly who that is, has this thing now where, like, when she moves around the apartment, she's very quiet. Mm-hmm. And I have had multiple times, like, this year where I'll be cooking or I'll be doing something in the kitchen and I like either won't know she's home or like she
Very
just like comes out of
spooky.
nowhere and like comes up behind me and I'm just like,
But
like
then you're
full
like,
scream.
then you're like, God, I loved that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the thrill.
The thrill.
I was like, take me to the bedroom.
You're like, now let's go to Knott's Berry Farm.
Take me right to Halloween Horror Nights.
Naked. What?
No, but I do get scared very easily. And Maddie can't believe I just said that. It's not that kind of thrill. But
Different kind of thrill, everybody.
different kind of thrill.
Different
Guys, relax.
kind of scary
Guys,
night.
please don't bring that up.
Well, I personally don't love Halloween.
At all?
I mean, like, it's definitely a holiday that I try to stay inside. Like, it's more
Really?
Yeah. Like, I don't
Even
really,
like for trick-or-treating kids?
like,
Wait,
kinda.
what? Wait, is this you telling me that you're not going to come over and hand
No,
out
I'm
candy?
gonna come over. It's
Because
fine.
Maddie's supposed to
No,
come
we're
over and hand
very
out candy
excited.
with us.
I'm gonna go out this Halloween.
I won't know if that's true until this podcast is going up. Because this is going up on Halloween.
I will be here and I'll be like,
You
okay,
better
what doing?
be.
But I guess I just get a little freaked out. I lived in big cities for a while, and so like going out on Halloween was kind of sort of like the purge. Like everyone just kind of did all the crazy shit that they
Right.
were waiting to do all year and like wear a mask while doing it. So I was
Wait,
always
were people like doing, okay, maybe I'm just like not familiar with like crazy Halloween.
crazy Halloween.
Like, what do you mean by doing whatever they want with masks?
Yeah, like they would like go. I mean, I used to live in New York, so it was like they would go on the subway and like people would be wearing masks and like going like up to people on Halloween.
Really?
Yes, and I would just stay inside.
Wait, that's so crazy. Like, I mean, I'm from Missouri, like Kansas City, Missouri, which is not like a minuscule town, but it's a smaller town. It's not like a big city. I don't remember any instances of people doing the closest I can think of is like remember when there was that big clowns, like the clowns hiding around outside?
That was actually my worst. No.
They're the killer clowns hiding in the woods. You know, they're back.
Yes. Literally gonna stay inside. That is
They're-
like making me
No,
not
you have
want
to come over. You know, the
making me not
clowns are
wanna go
back.
out.
I heard Maddie showed me an article that like killer clowns have resurfaced, but they're not killing
Sorry,
anyone.
Can I swear on this? That is
Yes.
actually the scariest thing ever.
It's like you know, they're not killing anyone. They're just dressed like creepy clowns and they're standing in the woods and they have like balloons. Well, I shouldn't say they're not killing
Doesn't
anyone. I don't
mean
know if that's true.
Trust them.
Well, I'm not trusting them.
Oh,
I'm not asking them for directions.
Run for your life.
Uh,
Okay, so what were like a couple things when you were a kid that you were really scared of when you were in middle school?
okay. In middle school, my primary fear that probably remains to this day. I mean, I'm not like petrified of it, but I definitely still have like the human fear of the dark. But when it was in middle school, it was like if it was like dark anywhere, like
Movie
I had to-
theater?
well, movie theaters were fine.
Okay.
It had to be a certain like setting, but it was like if I was outside and it was dark out, if I was in the basement and the lights were off, terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
What is it about the basement with like oobity goobity monsters? Did you ever do the thing in the basement when you? I would give myself like 10 seconds. I would say, and then after 10 in my head, like my life would end. So
Wait,
I'd,
what do
like,
you mean?
Turn the lights off and I'd be like, this is the countdown, like 10, 9, 8, and then try to like run upstairs within 10 seconds.
Oh, so you weren't like I thought you were trying to beat the fear. You're not counting down to be like, I can handle 10.
No, it was like
You're
I
like,
have 10 seconds to get my foot at the top of the stair.
Yes, I would exactly do that, and I would like sprint and like stomp up the stairs. Like I'd be like, I have 5 seconds. I would count in my head, and if I wasn't getting there fast enough, I would be like 1.5, 1.25. Yeah. And it's like, that's not how time works.
How long are your stairs?
There's quite a few stairs. Really? Well, the worst is I had a basement, a main floor, and then the top floor where my bedroom was.
Okay.
And on the second floor, or on the main floor, my parents would sometimes shut off the lights when I was down in the basement. I would play video games till like 2, 3, 4 a.m. Some nights.
Wow.
Some nights.
Some nights. Just some nights. I'd play video games some nights.
Yeah, I was also Scottish as a boy.
A little bit scared of the monsters in the basement. Is
that
Irish?
Is a little Irish?
Yeah.
I was a little bit scared of the basement monsters.
I was a bit scared of the monsters in the basement.
And you also own a pub.
Yep.
And I would play games till very late, and my parents would shut off the main floor lights without telling me.
Spooky.
And sometimes if it was a bad night, the second floor lights would be off too. So that would mean I would turn off the basement lights, and I'd open the basement door to complete darkness. And then would have to run up another flight of stairs and go to my bedroom with no lights.
Scary.
Because they didn't want to like turn on the lights, because like the light switches are not in convenient locations.
Yeah, no.
They're always in the opposite area of like you turn on a light and it's like that hallway. And so like I'm going to be screwed. And those nights were the scariest, and I would go to bed and my heart would be like pounding.
Because it's like the floor is lava, kind of.
Yes.
This is very embarrassing, but I still do this to this day. I don't know if it's OCD or like some sort of part of my brain has always done this in every place that I've lived, but every night before bed, doesn't matter if I'm sleeping in a hotel, I have to check under my bed.
You still check under your bed?
But it's just like OCD at this point. I have to check under my bed, behind my closet door to make sure no one's like hiding behind my closet door. I think
So you like invader scare.
Always has been my fear. Yeah.
I mean, that's better safe than sorry. And can I be honest with you? If Maddie's not here in town, I check every hiding place in the apartment.
I do too.
And like the apartment has been locked for days, and like I lock it when I leave. But if I like before I go to bed or when I come home, Maddie doesn't even know this. I literally go around the apartment. Still, I'm 26 years old.
You're like behind the shower curtain.
I'm pushing our clothes apart in the closet.
It's so weird.
I'm looking under the bed.
What is that fear? I think so. I grew up in like kind of away from all of I grew up in sort of this canyon area, and our house was. Our neighbors were like, the nearest neighbor was probably like a 5-minute walk. Yeah. Like you were sort of in the middle of a canyon. Yeah. And when it got dark, it got really dark. We had these big windows in our kitchen and in our living room. And I always thought that someone was just going to be like pressed against the window in the dark.
Similar fears. I was literally waiting till you were done.
Yeah.
I had a fear every time I would brush my teeth. The bathroom was at the top of the stairs, and it has a straight eye shot to the door. And I would look down, and I was be brushing my teeth, and I was always confident someone was gonna go up to like our stained glass window, or not stained glass. We didn't live in a church.
Stained glass.
What's that called? Like the foggy glass.
Yeah. I'm like, I would
I would look through the Mother Teresa image. But I would look down, and I was always confident I would see some sort of like creature or weird looking guy like peering over the glass and like putting his hands on it. Never happened, obviously.
Wait a second.
Wait, this guy. But yeah,
no,
a lot of
really
fears
scary.
still remain to this day,
and
but they're a little more rational.
Like, did you ever have an experience in your life where you, like, an intruder did come into your house or something?
No, my neighbors got broken into. Why did I say that so casually?
Because like
we never had any
unpack
break-ins.
this like scary fear. I think it's maybe just the house and the darkness.
I think so. The darkness
you.
was real. One time I was in the basement and my cousin was babysitting me and I was playing video games and he was like, hey, come up for dinner. And I was like, I'll be up in a minute. And he goes, okay. And then he runs downstairs and he shuts off all the lights and runs upstairs. I was like,
that's definitely.
I literally sat there on the couch like this. I was like,
it was the darkness.
and then I had to like run. I like tried to act so cool, but I was like at the top of the stairs, like shaking and like panicking. And then I opened the door and I was like, okay, I'm calm. But I was so scared because he like did it as like a prank, like shut me into the darkness.
Yeah, that's terrifying. So my sister's speaking of pranks, this was my one thing. And then we'll go into the videos. Yes. But so my sister had this really fun idea. Like she knew I was really scared of some things, and I was younger than I had 2 older sisters at the time, and she was always saying that there was a little girl.
Oh my God!
In her bathtub.
That's awful.
And she had like green eyes, and she could hear her, and she would like. And my sister was like, yeah, like I walked in and I saw the little girl in my bathtub and she was singing and it was really scary last night.
Your sister
and I was like, and she's so like, she would just scare me to the point where I would be like, what? And I think I was pretty young for all of this to happen. And I didn't really know like that. So I think like spirits and ghosts and like, like anything with like a little creepy girl really freaks me out. Yeah.
Was she doing it to scare you?
Yes.
So she didn't actually think she was singing.
On the bits.
Okay. I was like, are you telling me your sister's a medium?
No, she's not a medium. She just like she just would say that all this creepy stuff. Yeah, just to mess with me and like probably honestly to get me out of her bedroom. Now I'm thinking about it.
She's like, Maddie, if you hang out here,
little
green-eyed girl's
gonna come get you. And I remember just never wanting to go to my sister's room because I was like, it's haunted.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they were just.
That was definitely a way to get you out of her room.
Oh my God, yeah. Now looking back, I'm like, wait, I just put that together.
Yeah, I love stuff like that.
Okay, let me show you a video that I got really scared of in middle school.
I can't wait.
And people would send you this like out of the blue, and it would just be really freaky.
Do you think I've seen it?
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, yeah. Everybody around here is going, yeah. I'm not looking at the title. I'll just let it go. I hate you. I know exactly what this is. I don't know why you're showing me this. I'm going to get scared anyway. Someone would be like, is this your grandma driving down the road?
Just.
Now go change your shorts and get back to work.
So that was the video, and I remember like seeing it for the first time and just being like, what the? Like I almost like, I really jumped. Like that's, I don't like jump scares either. Not as bad as like a scare, but yeah, I remember that in middle school being like.
That was so. I feel like I watched that so many times. And there were so many times someone would send that to me and be like, it's not the person jumping out. And I'd be like, oh, great. What is this video? And I would watch it and I would still get scared. Like I would believe them. I'd be like, because I was convinced those were like 2 videos.
You'd be like,
there's like, what's the real one?
This one's definitely a Toyota commercial. Let me watch it.
God, awful.
Let me click on it now.
I can't believe you just showed me a jump scare. Have you seen the maze game?
I think it's a similar one, right?
It's the same thing, basically.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you play a maze, but you're not actually playing the maze. Or no, maybe you are. And then when you get to the end, it's like... that was the one that got me the most, which was very similar.
And how many times did you watch it?
Loads. I got to I would only ever get over those, like the fear of them, by watching compilations of people react to them.
That's fair.
So I loved watching YouTube scare compilations so much. I was obsessed with them.
And do you think I think they were faking it a little bit. How many?
I'm sure. That jump I just had was not fake. That was 100% real.
Still jumped. 21 million. Has 21 million views.
That's 21 people 21 million. I bet 20 million of them were tricked.
Yeah.
Tricked into watching.
20 million of them definitely got texted in that weird chains in middle school.
Yes.
Like, respond to this. If you don't, then watch this video and then you'll be cursed for life. And then it's like underscore, upside down face.
I always thought I was going to be cursed because I never replied to those chains. Maybe I was.
I feel like I always kind of did reply.
I got a little bit of a curse.
Yeah. Do you want to unpack that?
No, I just feel like there's sometimes a little curse going on.
Why is the Halloween episode becoming like trauma?
Told you I was cursed. Ooh.
Hey Dylan, watch this car commercial.
So this is should I prompt it at all? Or is it kind of explained?
Just don't prompt it. Don't.
Okay, no prompts. Let's just
and then
watch.
comment after maybe. No, I'm a little scared.
It's not gonna. There's no jump scares.
Okay.
Oh, this is already scaring me. I love it.
I'm freaked
Ooh.
out. Ghost? What? I'm scared.
Did you see it? Do you want to watch it again?
I think I need it again. Is that bad?
No, watch it again. Let's watch it again.
It was like a little ghost.
It's like a thing. I don't want to say what it is. I'll tell you when you notice.
What is it? You know?
Chad knows.
I'm gonna fast forward.
I believe it is. Yeah, let's just watch that little bit again.
Am I gonna get really freaked out tonight?
No. It's not real.
Yeah, just if you don't see it, he comes for you. 'Cause he wants to make sure.
Shut up. Let's just watch it again.
What?
Don't make her actually
You
scared.
see, you only get 3 tries.
What?
No, watch it. You'll see.
I saw something cross the little thing.
Look on the right.
I saw that.
You saw that. What do you think that is?
I'm freaked out now.
It's nothing bad. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. So this, I believe, is like early
What
Slender
was
Man
it?
days. Do you know the
Okay.
Slender Man myth?
Not really.
Or like, you don't know about Slender Man?
Wait, do you have to like if you say it too many times? he
No, that's
comes?
Candyman. Slender Man was like that hugely popular, like, there was a movie about it. There was
Yeah,
a
I
video
think I
game that was
know
really
it.
popular.
Yeah.
People would play.
Yeah.
There was a jump scare video game. I believe, I don't know if Marble Hornets made Slender Man. Like, that's the first ever instance of him.
So what is this
But
video?
he, like, popularized it. So this is a web series with, like, so many parts. It gets, like, the lore of Slender Man grows and grows and grows and grows. And I was fucking obsessed with it. I'd watch it all the time.
that that?
No, there's like 85 parts.
And he just like is hidden.
It's like
in all
found
the videos?
footage. Well, he's only in some of them.
Oh.
And it's about them like uncovering like missing people and the guy's missing.
You also love Bigfoot, so this makes so much
Yeah,
sense.
this is so Bigfoot coded.
This is Bigfoot, but like for Halloween,
I feel like that is the perfect description of what Slender Man is.
right?
Is Halloween Bigfoot.
You,
Yeah, when we will have a Bigfoot episode.
I think. I cannot wait.
We should do an episode. I would only ever. Okay, no, we'll talk about the woods another time. But the other, because I hate the woods and it's another one of my fears.
The woods?
Yeah. The woods at night.
Oh, I feel like I grew up.
We'll
in
talk about
woods.
that in a second. We need to keep talking about Slender Man.
Okay.
Which ties into that.
So is it people? Do people spot? Is it real spottings of him?
No, this is fake.
It's
This is like
edited.
this is like a scripted web series.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's fully edited. Like that's not, there's no guy named Alex who's like missing with the camera.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just like, it's fiction. I mean, like, but it was marketed the same way like Blair Witch and stuff was, where it's like, it just kind of appears out of nowhere. And it's like, look at this footage that we found on this old camera.
Right.
And it's like, I was going through these tapes. So it's really like good storytelling. Like it's really like, obviously still pretty fun and cool.
And people still want to know what it's about and like.
Yes. How many
Yeah.
views does that one have?
1,000,000.
That's a lot.
That's still a lot.
Slenderman.
They did. There's a Slender Man movie, but it's not
Wow.
those guys.
Okay.
2018, though. It's recent.
Yeah, 2018 was a Slender Man movie. So like that was a fad,
Yeah.
In high school, people were still talking about Slender Man, and it became super popular. These videos were a big part of that, I believe.
I don't think I've
And
like ever. Is that weird? I've like literally never heard of it.
You don't even know the term Slender Man?
I know the term, but I just.
Do you know what he is as a
Not
creature?
really. No.
He's a faceless man who hides in the woods and has like tentacles.
Oh.
And has pale white skin, and he like kidnaps his lures. I think he like kidnaps children.
Oh. Speaking of tentacles, Should we watch my second video?
We should, absolutely. And then we should talk about costumes and stuff.
Yes.
I'm just going to cut from... Oh, God. I know what this one is. Oh.
Tentacles.
Hello. I like rusty spoons. I like to touch them. The feeling of rust against my salad fingers is almost orgasmic.
This really scared me when I was little.
I think this is Slender Man.
Find the perfect spoon.
I kind of forgot this part.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hello there, young child. I'm here to inquire about your spoons.
Who made this?
Might I ask where you keep the spoons?
What the fuck?
It's like a bad drug trip.
I see. Then I must leave. But first, I'd like to caress this rusty kettle. Oh,
Oh my God. God, I feel like every time I
so
watch...
much Salad Fingers.
Is there more than that?
There's like
I don't want to watch
multiple
anymore.
episodes. Yeah, it's just
God,
like
that's
uncomfy,
insane.
right?
That's like so crazy. Like I feel like with that, it's hard to tell if it's like cringe or not because it's like what is like
Yeah.
its point is to be like insane.
You want to know something sad?
Yes.
I had really big hands when I was in middle school, and everyone would call me Salad Finger.
Oh no! Would you say I like rusty spoons? Would you lean into it?
No, I didn't lean into it.
Would they ask? Would they give you rusty spoons?
No. it was
Here you
just
go,
like they
salad fingers.
just
Take
said I
your
had
rusty
salad
spoons.
fingers.
Hey, Maddie, welcome to the lunchroom. Here's your rusted spoons.
Yeah, that was just bad memories.
Sorry. No. Your fingers are not long.
That's a lie.
No, they're not.
Well, when I was half the size and weight, they looked like salad fingers.
No.
Gotta cover those bad
That
boys
is very
up.
sad.
Well, that was a great throwback to the past, but also I feel like I never need to watch that video again in my entire life.
I actually don't know. I feel like sometimes I feel like I've seen that video and then I watch it and I'm like, when is there a fucking child ever? I don't remember that. I feel like I block it out every time.
I feel like that's also like an 110-year-old little man.
Yeah, it just goes, eh.
He's like,
He's like, I see. I must leave.
so weird.
Is that that's my impression of
I
salad
don't know
fingers.
why we watched that. Like, why did I watch that so many times?
It was everyone would say like I like rusty spoons and
Yeah.
it was the joke of the century.
Joke of the century. Like, they thought it was comedic gold.
Yes.
So funny. Okay, so what's your next what is our next question? Oh, Halloween costumes.
Yes. I have another video or do you want to talk about costumes?
Do you want to do costumes and then another video?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I want to tell you a ghost story.
Okay.
Okay, let's
I keep
talk costumes.
screaming this episode.
Yeah, let's talk. Screaming's good because it's Halloween.
Scary. I don't
Scary
really
episode.
Like ghost stories. Okay. Halloween costumes, Dylan. What would you think your most iconic Halloween costume was from ages 9 to 14?
Oh my God, such a range, such a specific range. I feel like in that era, I was a bobblehead skeleton one year. And what that means is I like
Ooh.
combined a couple costumes together where I had a skeleton body and then they were selling these like giant skeleton heads
Oh, that's
at like
kind of
Spirit
cool.
Halloween or something. And so like I didn't make any of the costume myself, but I basically was just like a normal size. This is like such a lame costume, but it gets to this like
sounds kinda
core of like all of my costumes did this thing. So basically I was a bobblehead skeleton, which I think great costume.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool.
But for all of my costumes,
What's the underlying theme?
I never wanted my face showing.
Huh.
I don't know why. I still don't know. Maybe it was like insecurity, but like my face was showing 360 every other day of the year.
Yeah, but why? You just wanted like a mask or a helmet or something?
Some sort of mask. I always wanted to have like a full covered mask. So like I was a Dementor one year.
Oh.
Full cover. I was, I'm sure I was a ninja a lot.
Yeah.
You know, but
or
like
were you Spider-Man? Any superheroes?
I was Spider-Man a lot. I was the bobblehead skeleton. I was, you know, those things from Sesame Street that are the Martians. They're like, meep, 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 meep. You know those?
I'm going to say yes.
No, you don't know what
but
those
I
are.
need a photo reference.
Will you pull up a photo of the Martians from Sesame Street?
Go lay down. Sorry.
I was one of those one year. That's probably my best costume, actually. It was homemade and it was great.
I don't know what's
Oh, hello,
happening.
little doggy.
Aw.
Those.
Oh, it was homemade?
I'll pull up a photo, boom, of me as a Martian. Or boom, right in
Oh.
front of me.
Dylan did the boom this time.
Boom. I know, you always do the boom.
I always go, and here is a photo.
Yeah. Which I thought was a fun costume, but I always, for some reason, I always wanted to be like, on Halloween, I'm someone else.
Alter ego.
Yeah, I had to embrace the alter ego.
You're the people I'm scared of on the subway.
I am. I was running around terrorizing the neighborhood.
Definitely. So I had a little different approach to Halloween costumes. I'll just paint a picture for you. One year, which I thought was my best costume ever, I was static electricity.
What?
And I like got an old shirt, and we kind of, you know what? My mom, she always had like great Halloween costume ideas, but like everything kind of got last minute sometimes. So I was like, okay, what can I do? And I like grabbed a big T-shirt and I safety pinned socks to my T-shirt and balloons, and then I like did my hair like really spiky. And
Wait, this is kind of great.
But like I walked to school and I was like, everyone had these really pretty costumes, and all these girls were like genies or like Minnie Mouse or like, and I was like, I'm static electricity.
What grade do you think this was?
I think it was probably like 7th grade, and then one year,
Oh,
which I thought was really
brutal.
clever, but again, it just kind of was like a flop. Like I wanted to do the clever costumes because
Yeah.
like everyone would be like, oh, cool, but everyone was like, oh, cool. And so
That's hilarious.
one year I was Hawaiian Punch, and I put like, it's like the dad jokes of Halloween costumes.
Yes,
I was
you
like,
were puns.
this is genius. I was a pun. I just wanted to be a pun.
Yeah.
I wore like a Hawaiian skirt and gave myself a black eye, like black eye makeup. And so everyone's like, cute costume. I love like your bumblebee costume. Or I love your ladybug, like whatever all the like little girls were.
Yeah.
A cool princess
Hawaiian
costume. And they're like,
Punch.
what are you? And I was like, Hawaiian Punch.
Awesome.
And
That's
all the
great.
teachers were like,
Oh, very clever.
very clever, Maddie. And I
That's
was like,
good. Wordplay. Oh my god.
I'm like, this one's definitely going to get my crush to notice me.
Did you guys do this thing? I don't know if this was a my school thing or an all school thing, but we did what was called the ghost parade. Or
We
the
did a
ghost
Halloween
walk.
parade, yeah.
Where you would walk around the whole school
As your costume.
in your costume.
Yeah.
So it would go like year by year. You would all line up and like walk around.
Which is like a lot of pressure, and that's kind of why I wanted to be clever, but then no
Me
one understood
too.
my costume ever.
I always wanted someone to like, I wanted to be walking by someone and hear them be like, look at that
Look
costume.
at that costume. I know.
Never
It never happened.
Never happened.
And then I was King Tut for a while.
For a
because
while.
I
A
had
few
this-
years I was King Tut.
Okay, so I went to the King Tut exhibit one year, and I felt like I still have a weird thing for King Tut. Like, I
What?
loved ancient Egypt. Like, I thought it was so cool.
But why King Tut?
I didn't want to be Cleopatra. I wanted to be King Tut. I wanted, and so
Hey, good for you.
I felt so cool.
How many years were you King Tut?
Like 2 or 3.
That's so many to be the same I never wanted to be the same costume.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even wear the same costume on to more than one thing. Like if I was going to multiple events, I would have to have another costume for that.
Do you want to, my brother refused to buy Halloween costumes, so every year he was just a box.
What?
He would just put himself
He was in the
in
box
a
of your
cardboard-
costumes?
No, just just a cardboard like UPS box. Like, and
Why?
we would go to the Halloween parade, and everyone would be like, "What's James?" Oh, I don't know if I was supposed to say my brother's name.
You can say your brother's
What's James? And he'd be like, "I'm a box."
Did he ever like get any praise for that?
No, he was like literally a box for like 7 years.
That's so
He just
funny.
didn't want to buy a costume.
He could have like done one at home.
He
He's
just
wanted to be a box. I respect it. I love that.
Thinking inside the box.
Maddie mentioned this. She was a present one year for Halloween.
Yeah.
I every like holiday season would come to school as a giant present.
Wait,
Like
it's meant to be.
in elementary school and middle school, I would dress up as a giant present.
Was there a
I'll
costume?
pull up a photo. Boom, right here.
Was there a costume parade, or you just wanted to?
No, I just did it as like a bit.
Oh. No one else was wearing anything, and you said, "I'm going to come as a present
they encourage
today."
people. Oh, this was the worst sometimes. You know when people like encourage people to like dress up?
And no one did.
Well, normally no one does. I was always a president, and it never deterred me because I thought it was funny. And people, I don't know if teachers loved it.
Teachers loved my Hawaiian punch one too, Dylan. But it didn't mean that the kids thought it was cool.
Kids never said anything about me being a present.
Did you
I didn't
sit-
get bullied for it at least.
And you sat in class all day as a president?
I would sit in class as a president. I think I would take it off.
Okay.
You know, to sit down because I was literally in a giant box, like a bookshelf size box.
And you just walk.
I just walk around with my
school.
arms out to the side, just a
Like
little
you went
bit.
to school in a mascot costume.
Yes, as a present. And my parents were great. They would make it for me, and it was really fun.
That's kind of cool.
But like
though.
the teachers loved it. I don't think anybody ever. But like no one else was like really dressed up, so it was like me as a present.
And-
one year, one of my friends was a present too, which was nice.
And then everyone sitting in
everyone
class
else
normal.
in completely normal clothes. Great image.
That's incredible. Oh God.
But did you ever have that where like there were like spirit days?
Yes.
And like,
Yes.
would you take them? Would you
So
dress up?
my friend's gonna laugh at this. One spirit day, my friend and I decided to be. It was like I forget what it was. I think it was just costume, like a costume day. And we decided to be Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. We were like in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And so we draw sticks. Of course, I get Brad.
Of course
Pitt.
you do. Of course you do.
She gets Angelina Jolie, and I grab all like my old baby dolls, and we like have like 8 baby Bjorns on us because they had like 8 kids.
Oh, I was like, what does this
like
have
that,
to do with them?
Because that was like
I remember
the hot
that. Right, they
goss,
like adopted
Brad
a bunch
and
of
Angelina.
kids. And...
Yeah, why did we do this? I have like literally no clue,
You're
and
in
I don't
middle
even
school.
think we knew what it was. But I rolled to school with like a little like old man hat, you know, those like little like golf hats.
Yeah.
And a beard, like a little drawn on beard.
Oh God.
And like a long sleeve shirt. Like I rolled to school. It was bad. I was looking not cute.
That's so funny.
And all the boys were like, cool costume, Maddie.
Are you Brad Pitt?
And I was like, how'd you know?
I'm Brad Pitt.
You couldn't have guessed.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
We had like one that was like a twin day where you're supposed to pick a friend and you both dress the same that day.
That's fun.
It's not fun for long. Get ready.
Who'd you dress as?
One of my friends. Well, no, like you pick a friend and like
Okay.
you're supposed to just wear like a similar outfit. You get to choose what you wear.
Fun.
So one of my friends comes over to me. He's not my friend anymore, and was like, "Hey, let's both dress in like all white. Like, there's this video game called Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
And one of the characters is I think Ezio or something. I don't remember. I haven't played in a long time. But anyway, they're like assassins and they wear like all white. They wear like an all white hoodie and like pants and stuff like that.
Did he not? Did he go?
And I went home that night and I told my mom, I was like, we got to go to the store. And I went and I bought a white hoodie and I bought like white pants and like I didn't have anything white. I wore like graphic tees all the time. And then I went to school.
He didn't do it.
And he was in normal clothes. And he goes, "Oh, you did it?"
Shut the hell up.
And I was so mad. I was so sad and so mad. So like I was just like so embarrassed. I was like, this is twin day.
Did you ever have?
You're supposed to be my twin brother.
Did you ever go to Cotillion?
Oh God.
So
do we need to dedicate a whole
we have
episode to
to have-
Cotillion?
yes, but-
because yes, I did.
So quickly, I went to Cotillion and there was a costume day, and it's a very similar story, but it's about my friend. And she goes up. This is Madeline. You're gonna meet her. Okay. She goes up to this girl and is like, "Let's be salt and pepper. Like let's go to Cotillion and like be salt and pepper, and like we'll like get trash bags and like and like put like and beanies, and you'll be salt and I'll be pepper." And so the girl's like, yeah, absolutely. Like, let's do it. And so Madeline is like, sweet. So she goes home and she like, I don't know if we should beep out her name, but she gets a trash bag and for a second, okay, she's her pepper costume. She gets it all situated. Yes. We all get to Cotillion. I think I am Minnie Mouse that day. I borrowed a costume from someone. I look over and I see the girl that she's supposed to be partnering with in a cute little like belly dancer costume.
No.
And everyone started Cotillion and we're like 30 minutes in and Madeline rolls up 30 minutes late as Pepper.
In a trash bag.
In a trash bag. And it just says Pepper. And she has like braces and she rolls in and it's like looking around.
Where's my salt?
Yeah, she's looking around for her salt. Salt is nowhere to be found.
There's a Jasmine.
And everyone's like doing the foxtrot and she has no partner. And so the leader of the Cotillion's like, hey, Pepper came to join us today. And she's like, has no partner. And he's like, come on, Pepper, I'll be your partner. And so she's
with the, oh no, not with the fucking like
he's like, all right, Pepper, let's go. And he just kept calling her Pepper.
Come on, Pepper.
In front of like 80 kids.
Oh God.
Oh man, that was just, I think she has a photo of it too. I was like,
that's so bad.
So bad when people leave you hanging for the
I
costume.
hate being left hanging.
That's a Pepper moment.
That is a Pepper moment.
Pepper
we all have our
moment.
Pepper moments.
God, Cotillion, we need it. Yours was the white. You bought that white clothes too?
I bought the clothes that night because I was kind of excited.
Yeah.
I love video games. I was like, I get to dress as a video game character.
Yeah.
At school.
Yeah.
Actually, you reminded me of this story where I thought it would be really cool to get color contacts.
Okay.
And so I was like doing a bunch of research. I didn't wear glasses. I didn't wear glasses at the time. And so I was just like wanted to get contacts, non-prescription contacts.
Okay.
And so I went onto this site with my dad.
Those are kind of hard to put in.
Yeah. And so I got these contacts and I told my dad, I was like, well, maybe I could use them I did magic. So I was like, maybe I can use them for a magic show.
Okay. Cool.
And he was like, great. He's like, sure. I was like, or Halloween. He's like, great. So they didn't care. They were like, great. And so I bought these red contacts and I bought these biohazard contacts. So like my eyes would look like a biohazard symbol or just plain red.
Okay.
And this was around Twilight era,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, cool.
So I'm thinking like, you know, maybe if someone thinks it's like kind of cool, I got changed like color real. Eyes.
Yeah.
And so one day I just decide I'm going to wear these to school and not
All
tell
day?
anybody. And so I put them in the morning, go to school.
Did your parents notice?
Yeah, my parents knew I was doing this.
Okay.
And didn't stop me.
They said, live your life.
They said, sure, go ahead. And I was like, I think it'll be so subtle. Like people will notice it and like kind of like pull me aside every now and then and be like, oh, those are cool.
Be like, are your eyes red?
Are your eyes actually red?
Yeah. You wanted that.
I wanted the subtleness. I
Yeah.
didn't want what happened,
You're
which
like-
was through all of class, no matter where I was, in hallways, everyone's stopping me and being like, what are those contacts? Are those red contacts?
All
like
day.
all day.
Of course,
And I was
gonna say
like-
that. Your eyes are probably like the color
They're
of
like
fire.
Also, I'll show a photo. Bright red. So red.
What did
like,
your teacher say?
well, the teachers were like, that's interesting. And then nobody like said anything. And it only lasted like one period. So like, and then like the dean of the middle school called me into his office, which to me at that age is a fucking nightmare.
And said you couldn't wear them?
And was like, well, I walk in with my red contacts
And you're like,
to his office. I'm like,
you're like, is there anything?
and he
you'd
goes,
like
he
to
just
speak
goes,
about?
he's like, Dylan, do you think that's a distraction? And I was like, no. He goes, okay, if you don't, then like you can wear them. And he was like, are those prescription? And I was like, I think I'm not, I think they might be.
No. No,
And
you
then I went
said
back to
no.
class.
They actually might be a prescription.
And so I did take them out because I was so embarrassed that like the dean called me in. And I went back into class and I took them out and I cried a little bit.
You cried?
Yeah, because I'm so embarrassed.
Because you thought it would be like really cool.
I thought it would be like
sly.
my eyes changed slightly color.
Like
no one
subtle.
would notice that my eyes were red until it was like walking past me.
Or
which
like in
is
the sunlight.
Yes. Like literally like I wanted to be like
Like
Edward
Twilight.
Cullen. Like where Bella's like, your eyes are a different color. I
And
wanted
he's-
that
and he's like-
reaction.
and
And,
he's like,
instead I got like middle
"Are
schoolers
they?"
losing it. Because I had red eyes.
Yeah, because you had.
I was like a demon in class.
I'm glad you didn't wear the biohazard ones.
They're like, something's going on with this kid.
You're like, I just wanted to be really subtle. It's like, where?
Yeah, so obvious.
Wow.
Oh, and here's a photo of me with red contacts that
Let
I
me
put
see.
on. I changed my Facebook profile picture.
Wait. Oh, so you wore those in class?
I wore those to school in class. I'm wearing the white hoodie in that photo.
Dylan, that looks nothing like you now.
I
That
know.
looks like someone else completely.
The worst part about those contacts too are they're non-prescription and they're color contacts, so they're not meant for like long periods of time.
No, they probably hurt.
They hurt. They hurt my eyes, and everything had a big red ring that I had to look through. Like I could see the red
Yeah,
the
'cause
whole
it's-
day.
It's just not normal.
No, just so abnormal. They're
your
for,
teachers were
it's
probably
for, like
like-
a creature photo shoot.
That is so weird.
I know. It was insane of me.
It's kind of like, it's kind of cool.
I think I feel like people wear them. I see color contacts all the time.
That is crazy.
In middle school though, I like made myself a target.
That is nuts. Your teachers were
I
probably
cannot
like,
believe
what
this
the
photo.
hell?
Isn't that crazy?
That doesn't look like you at all. Especially because it's like dark in the background. Like you
I know,
don't
I took a
how
photo in a
long your
pitch
hair
black
is.
house.
Yeah, pitch black house with just red eyes.
I want it to be like scary but like fun and cool. Anyway.
I see the intention behind it.
The intention is very like sweet and like, oh, that's cringe.
Yeah.
But the result was insane.
The result was probably like, fuck, everyone's looking at me now.
Everyone's looking in my eyes. Why?
I got called into the principal's office.
That was so the worst.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I walk in. Hello.
You're like, he's like, do you think that's a distraction? You're like, yeah, not really. I think.
No,
it's
I don't
actually-
think so.
I think it's fine.
I think that I don't think it will be.
Are they prescription?
I don't think anybody's noticed.
Yeah, they might be. I'm not sure. What do you mean you're not sure? I'm dead. That is so funny.
Speaking of creepy things and eyes, I got another video.
Okay.
This one's a little more obviously creepy, a little less subtle, and a little more famous.
Okay.
You've probably seen.
I regret
Ever seeing this?
ever seeing this because I think one time was enough. Oh, I remember this like really freaking me out for a couple days actually.
Do you think it's going to do the same thing?
Yeah, probably.
I'm kind of obsessed with these videos.
Really?
I think they're genius.
What's your favorite idea? Mine is being creative.
How do you get that idea?
I just tried to think creatively. Now when you look at this orange, tell me please, what do you see?
It's just a boring old orange.
Maybe to you, but not to me. I see a silly face. Walking along, smiling at me.
I don't see what you mean.
Cause you're not thinking creatively.
Are these
So
people
take
in
a
puppet
look at my
costumes?
hair.
One of
I
them's
use
a
my
person
hair to express
in a
myself.
costume. The other ones
Oh.
are like hand puppets.
I use my hair to express myself. Now, when you stare at the clouds in the sky, don't you find it exciting?
No.
Come
No.
on, take another
Oh
look.
wait, I can see a hat. I can see a cat. I can see a man with a baseball bat. I can see a dog. I can see a frog. I can see a ladder leaning on a log.
Think you're getting the hang of it now, using your minds to have a good time.
I might paint
Why are
a
you looking
picture
at me
of a
like that?
clown.
I want to know your
Then you might
reaction.
need to slow down.
You gotta slow down.
Here's another good tip
Yeah?
of how to
It's
be
gonna
a
get so
creative
scary.
whiz kid. Go and
It's
collect
just
some
starting.
leaves and sticks and arrange them into your favorite color.
Blue. Green.
Green is not a creative color. There's one more thing that you want to
Why?
know before you let your creativity creativity flow. Listen to your heart, listen to the rain, listen to the voices in your brain. Come on, guys, let's get creative.
There we go.
Get creative.
Now they're all people? Wait, what?
Now let's all agree to never be creative again.
Was that it?
That's it. You
I
don't li-
didn't
what-
like
You didn't like it?
That was
I
weird.
loved
You love?
Well, so I still love and I loved those. I was a little freaked out about them when I was a kid. Like, also, I had my feelings hurt because it said green's not a creative color, and that's my favorite color.
Why? What? Like, I have so many questions.
I would watch like 30-minute videos dissecting those.
Really?
That are like, here's the whole lore of why like green is not a creative color, and this is why like June 19th is important and all this stuff.
And like, so they
There's
were all
lore because there's
messages
like six. There's like
behind it?
6 of them.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
just made a show too that's like adding on to
What
it.
show on YouTube?
No, they had like a show in the UK. It was like a 6-part
Oh.
series, 30-minute episodes. It's really good. I watched
So-
all of it.
You did?
Yeah, when it came out.
And does it get just eerie like
They
that?
get super eerie and heady, and like all of them always have like a song normally that are like,
so weird. It's
like,
kind of
teaching you
giving like
something.
Midsummer vibes because it's like
Yeah,
so bright
totally.
and light, and then
Yes.
it's like
like a
smashed
nightmare during the
rain.
day.
Yeah, nightmare during the day.
I think that was Midsummer's like tagline.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
I think so. If not, it should have been.
What's your favorite horror film?
Oh, probably.
Mine is Midsummer.
You liked Midsummer?
I love it.
Midsummer freaked me the fuck out.
It freaked me out so badly that I had to go downstairs and ask my family if they were real.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because I watched it alone during the pandemic, and I was just like, "Where am I?"
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's fucking crazy.
I think I watched it like a little bit stoned as well, so I was like, "Where
That's
am
an
I?"
awful one to watch
I
stoned.
didn't
Oh
know.
my god.
I didn't know. I just heard it was like really good, so I turned it on. I do like it though. Like now,
Have you seen it again since then? Or have you only
Yeah.
seen that one time?
I saw it again, and I think the second time I saw it, I was like, "This is a great movie."
I saw it for the first time when it came out in theaters, and I got out of the movie and it was like 2:45 a.m. and I was so
I'm
scared
like, where the hell
by
am
that.
I? Yeah,
I have not watched it again since.
really.
And I won't let Maddie watch it because that means I have to watch it with her, and I just can't watch it.
It definitely disorients.
it was so
orientates-
freaky.
What's the word? Disorientates you. Like, it makes
I mean,
you feel.
yeah, disorients you.
Shit, I
Dis-
got that wrong.
No, disorients.
Get creative. It made me feel like life was not real.
Yeah, and like the
And it was all
trippy
trippy,
scenes,
yeah.
and like the imagery is so fucking crazy. The score,
It was crazy.
all of it, it just freaked me the fuck out.
What's your favorite one?
Oh man, do you? Oh yeah, I was like, there's an obvious one. My favorite, off the dome, is I love Nope, the new Jordan Peele
Yeah.
movie. I'm such a huge fan. I've seen it like 5 times.
I would like to read. I feel like I watched it only once. I did watch it only once.
It was. I don't know why, but like everyone who saw it either absolutely loved it or was like, I didn't love it as much as his other work. And I was like, why are you judging? First of all,
Yeah.
why is that the factor? Like,
Yeah.
who cares about that? But also, I don't know how anyone could not love it. Like, I really am obsessed with
loved
it.
it.
I think it's amazing. I think it's a masterpiece.
I do think I didn't give it enough credit. I was definitely one of the people to like compare it to because I also really loved Get Out and Us. Like
Yeah,
the twists
they're
from
so
those
great. Yeah, they're
were
so great.
good that when I watched Nope, I was like waiting for that like really big twist,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I completely understood it. So I want to like watch it again.
I mean, I viewed the twist, not to get too film talk on here.
Yeah.
I viewed the twist as like a conceptual twist. So like, you've seen it, right? Spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen Nope.
La 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 la.
But the ship is a creature.
Yeah.
To me is like the twist. Like that comes like pretty late in the movie, you know. That comes like after an hour and a half into the movie.
And if you
I'd
look
say.
at it, it's like
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
it like is alive. Like it's an eye and a mouth and the same thing. And obviously there's like a bunch of metaphors and stuff intertwined, but like the story twist in this is not that it's like an alien spaceship that's like come to visit us
Right.
and is like being trained. It just is like a creature in of itself.
Right.
Which I fucking thought was so smart.
We haven't
And,
seen
like,
that yet,
We
yeah.
haven't seen it and
Yeah, it's
like
cool.
or at least done in that way. And there's also like a bunch of biblical imagery. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. I really like I could go on and on about it because it is like I love that movie.
I need to
so
watch it
much.
again, honestly. That was a good one. Favorite Disney Channel Halloween movie when you were a kid?
Easiest answer of all time, Halloween Town High.
Same.
Yeah?
Well, mine's Halloween Town. Was High different than Halloween Town?
Yes. There's Halloween
Oh.
Town, Halloween Town 2,
Two.
Calabar's Revenge.
I think I liked this one.
That one's really good.
Yeah.
And then Halloween Town, that's the one where he traps all the parents at the fair.
Yep,
And he's
yep,
going to
yep,
turn
yep.
them into creatures.
Yeah, that always really freaked me out.
Great one. It's scary because all their masks are trapped on them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great
That
one.
was
So that's the
freaky.
second one.
A lot scarier than I thought, actually.
And then there's Halloween Town 3, which I don't remember.
Maybe we need
Actually,
to
that might have been
rewatch.
later. That might have been after Halloween Town High.
Hmm.
I don't remember, but I would love to rewatch Halloween Town.
Me too.
Those would be great, honestly, to rewatch for the pod because those are cringe.
Those are great.
There is a line I remember still where they're trying to taunt the main wizard, Calabar.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, chocolate bar." And that's like the killer line.
And that's what you remember?
Oh yeah, I'll play like, "Hey, chocolate bar."
Hey, chocolate bar!
That's what it sounds like.
Really?
It's really
Get
funny.
down. Time to get down.
Those movies are amazing. Actually, is the second?
Halloween
Anyway,
Town's great.
oh, those are so good.
I also really just thank you for the sweatshirts.
Hocus Pocus.
to borrow
Nightmare
today.
Before Christmas. How could I not say that? Oh my god.
That's true. That's also a classic. But I really loved Hocus Pocus. I think I still do.
That's
And
great.
I watched the new one too. It was kind of fun. Actually, I
I
watched
didn't
it with
watch
my
it
mom.
yet.
It was kind of
Yeah.
it was fun. I don't know. Not as good as the original.
I have
but
like this is going back to fears. I have a thing about mouths being stitched closed.
oh
Like that freaks me out.
Yeah.
Because the zombie has his mouth stitched closed at the start
Yeah.
in the first one.
yeah.
And like that, like seeing that always like.
There's like a new
freaks me
trend
out.
now that when you sleep, you should put tape on your mouth.
Not in a fucking
so that you
million
breathe through your
years.
nose because apparently like it creates more oxygen in your brain and you feel less tired.
I'd rather die of oxygen deprivation to my brain
than
than
tape your
cover my
mouth?
mouth in my sleep. No fucking
so
shot.
many people are doing mouth tape at night.
And those people are crazy.
I was thinking
If you
about
do
it.
that, you know what? Power to you. I will not be taping my mouth closed anytime soon.
And that is the lesson of the pod, ladies and,
And that
gentlemen.
is the Dylan Darren guarantee.
And that is the dick. The DD.
The dick guarantee.
I was gonna say the DDG.
That's the DDG. I got one final thing to tell you. We'll make this quick and we're going to end up.
Marked ghost.
Oh, yeah. So let me just find out how I even open voice memos. Okay. Setting the scene.
Hold on.
Back when I...
I'm so sorry.
Boop. Found it. Back when I was in... This is a little late. This was in high school. Still a cringy time for everybody.
Yeah.
I went on a trip to a abandoned mental hospital.
Why would you do that?
Well, it's for my psychology class, so we were learning about how they used to treat mental illness back in the days, which was barbaric and awful.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you
Shutter
know,
Island's one of my favorite too.
great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
That's one of my faves.
So
Sorry.
you know, we went to like this old abandoned mental hospital,
Okay.
and they have a thing. I looked it up in advance because you know I'm a fan of the paranormal.
You like willingly are excited to go to this place.
Absolutely, I was stoked. I would be stoked now too. It would freak me out a little bit more, but I would still do
I'm
it.
shocked that you would actually go to a real haunted place because like I understand getting like scared, but like that's crazy.
I would go to a haunted place now because it would just be fun. I think it's fun. Like I don't really believe in ghosts, but will I ghost hunt and believe that I hear things? Of course.
You're going to die that way one
But
day.
that's where this like kind of begins is like I look up in advance and they like host all these ghost hunting tours and all this stuff. And I told my teacher and I was like, hey, they like so welcome people doing ghost stuff. can I ghost hunt while we're there? And she's like, I'd love to do that. My psychology teacher. And I was like, no way. So then we do like the tour, the normal tour. And in between the tour, they like give you time to explore the floors and like kind of see what the rooms were like.
I'm good.
And I was like, I'll ghost hunt then. And she's like, great, I'll join you.
I would.
So I go around ghost hunting with my psychology teacher.
Dylan, you would be the first to die in a film.
I would. Well, that's not debatable. I would absolutely be the first to die in any horror movie.
Yes.
Of course.
You'd be like, yo, let's just go check it out. And you'd be like, hold on, it's dark.
And so at this moment, we're actually getting a talk in the morgue of the mental hospital.
Literally.
And he's talking about,
terrified.
I'll rewind a little bit so you hear a little bit of it. I don't know how much we'll hear. But,
Is it really scary?
and he's talking about the graves at the mental hospitals. Like some people would just be literally dropped off there with the family would like be like, we're not going to take care of this person anymore. And they would drop them off. And this person wouldn't really have a lot of like, they wouldn't have the ability to like kind of like tell you what their name is or anything like that. So they would have no like registry or anything. And so they would just like give them a patient name and stuff like that. But when they would mark their graves, they wouldn't put a name or a number.
Dude, I think
Or they
even
wouldn't put a
talking about
name.
this stuff in a space brings bad spirits.
We'll have to cleanse.
And bad
We'll cleanse the
energy.
apartment after. We'll cleanse the apartment after.
serious.
But I'm gonna play it in the mic so that the pod can hear it. And I'll just play it. Actually, you play it over there.
No,
We'll just play. I'll play it as loud as I can. And
Okay,
then we'll
okay,
see how we
that's
do.
fine.
And I'll line it up
I
after.
think it'll be fine.
But he was talking about the graves and how they wouldn't have a name
Mm-hmm.
or like a date or anything. They would just have a number.
Okay.
And after he says the word number, my phone is like, if my phone's here, we're across the room.
Okay.
I'm nowhere near my phone when this is recording,
Okay.
just so you know.
Why did you put your phone down?
Because I wanted to ghost hunt. And I was like, maybe the spirits are comfortable with him.
Oh, okay.
So I ghost hunted this thing.
But if patients did die here, and it was prior to 1945, and the families couldn't come claim the bodies, they would be buried in their own cemetery. Their headstones, however, would not have their name, it would not have the date. All it would have was a number. That number would be recorded
What was that whisper in the back?
You heard it?
Yes.
Okay, listen to it again over there.
I don't know if I want to.
You have to, because
What
I
does
want
it
you to hear
say?
what I hear. You'll hear it.
What the fuck does it say?
That says a
Seven?
number.
Does it say 7?
Yeah. Now, if you listen to it again, thinking that it says 7, you'll hear it, which is crazy. It's definitely a mental thing, but
I heard it. Like from
listen again
here.
now, though. You'll hear 7.
Their headstones, however, would not have their name, it would not have the date. All it would have was a number. That number would be recorded
Literally, fuck that. Like that sound just went through my entire body.
7. So scary. Isn't that crazy? Like something there.
Also, like not.
There was no one, and I cannot stress this enough. There was no one near my phone. Not even, not close enough to
You gotta
whisper.
delete that off your phone. That's fucking bad energy, Dylan.
No, it's not. I'm not. It's not bad energy. I'm
Something-
communicating.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
be honest.
communicating.
I'm just. This is just like the spiritual part of me. Something is gonna happen to you one day, and something
Maddie,
badly.
you don't curse
Dude,
me.
I'm just saying this isn't gonna be your curse. Something bad's gonna happen to you one day, and you're gonna look up, and it's gonna be 7, and you're just gonna be like, "Fuck."
So, like, what would that mean?
Like I don't know. Like
7 tigers.
no, it's gonna say 7. Like a weird
You're gonna be in the
sign's gonna
woods.
fall on your car, and you're gonna look up, and it's like
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Or it's like Motel 7. Not Motel 6. Motel 7. Seriously.
Oh, I can't wait to cross this street. 7 cars.
That's terrifying.
I don't
saying.
mean to make fun of the ghosts.
Don't make fun of the ghost, man.
I don't mean to make fun of the ghosts, but I will say it is pretty crazy.
You're
that
going to be the first to die in the horror film. I'm just telling you that right now.
Slender Man's going to find you because you didn't know who he was. And you didn't see him.
But I knew who Salad Fingers was, so.
Salad Fingers will protect you from the Slender Man, and my red contacts will protect me from any ghosts that will try and hunt me.
I do not believe that. That is really freaky. I do not like that at all. Wow, thanks for sharing, though.
Hey, I'm glad I could. I'm glad it
Did you ever
spooked you a
find
little
out
bit.
who was number 7, the grave?
No, I didn't ask because I didn't. So this is what was really crazy. When I was leaving, I was in the van on the way back. It was like our trip back to the school. And I put in headphones and I split with my friend next to me. And we were listening to all my audios. Because I took like a few. I have like 10 from there. And there was one I thought I heard someone singing. And my friend said that was me. I was like, okay. And it was like so ominous and creepy. And she was like, no, that was me. I was in the room next door. I was like, why were you singing in this mental hospital? And so then I was listening to this one. I was like, I wonder if we're going to hear anything. And then we're just listening with our headphones in. And then you hear like, you would not hear a name. There would not be a name or a date. There would just be a number. And then we both heard 7. And I ripped my head. I was like, holy fucking shit. I like couldn't believe it. And then I immediately put it on speaker and played it for everyone in the car. And they lost everyone heard it.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
Oh.
Because I always, when I show that to people, I like to show it to people because I'm very curious what they think. I never tell them what I hear. I want them to see if they
I
hear
heard
it
it
too.
right away,
And I hear it pretty clearly 7 now.
That is so
Some people just hear like,
bad.
pss, 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 pss. And then I'm like, do you hear 7? And then they hear it again. They're like, yeah, I hear 7. So it's like, it's definitely a part of you. When you know it's 7, you hear 7.
Yeah. Oh man, I just think that is bad juju. You gotta delete that.
I can't delete it. It's a ghost on my phone.
I don't know. Some part of me in my soul.
I'm
thinks
not
you should
keeping
delete
it
that.
here. I'm not
It
keeping it in
obviously
this
wanted
realm.
you to know what number it was. Why?
Maybe I got to go put a bunch of lottery ticket with the number 7. Is that worse energy?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't think that's good.
Hey, if you've ever been haunted by the number 7,
Let us
leave
know.
a comment.
Oh, leave a comment.
Leave a comment and let us know. Or email us. Or follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok.
Tell us your ghost stories.
Tell us your ghost stories and we'll read them out.
We will.
I would love to read out some ghost spooky stories. And we might have to do one where I read you some stories that I thought were scary in middle school.
I
And
wouldn't
we'll see if
really
they still
love to do it, but I'll do it.
This is now a horror podcast.
And I'm fucking terrified.
You know, I'll say out of all the scary things we talked about today, like the videos, none of them were like super cringe.
Well,
Marble Hornets is a little cringe. It's not super cringe.
it's definitely like a
Salad Fingers is not cringe. It's just like weird.
It's just weird. I think it's a throwback to that weirdness, that kind of creepy, spooky. It's basically like the energy of the word moist and rusty spoon, like in a video.
Yeah. Oh my God. Remember when moist was the craziest thing you could say?
And everyone was like, oh.
Everyone lost their minds when you said the word moist.
Someone tried to sell me on a pastry. This is not important at all. Never mind.
I want to hear it.
They tried to like sell me on this like cookie brownie thing. They're like, yeah, it's like a really moist little pastry. And I was like,
you're like, what the hell did you just call me?
I'm going to have to say no to that one.
Dry pastries only.
I just want crumbly pastries in my mouth, please. And
yes, please.
Please don't give me 7 of them. This was really fun, Dylan. Thanks for a great episode.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for watching.
To get my own pair of colored contacts for the next pod.
I think this needs to be a must. I'll bring back the red eyes.
I'll bring the biohazards.
Oh, God. I was so embarrassed I never wore those.
Hey, should we twin the next time?
What do you mean? Contacts? You're bullying me. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Catch you next time.